After experiencing seemingly exponential growth in my progress in the first 5 episodes of this series, I've hit a bit of a roadblock here in episode 6. Yes, it doesn't help that the Ontario government decided to shut down golf from pretty much the middle of April until the end of May. Now that I have a full set of brand new golf clubs, I want to be able to use them. So I bought a sleeve of distance control practice balls. So these go around 40 to 45% the distance of a regular ball. So now I can hit my entire bag in a practice session. You may be wondering, Mike, why is the tube only half full? Well, I mentioned the roadblock. My game has kind of fallen apart a little bit because I'm not getting the practice time necessary. But the good news is that golf courses in Ontario are open again. So I can start working on my driver swing, which right now is not good. My coach Stu and I are at Copetown Woods Golf Club in Hamilton for a driver lesson. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good, Stu, with my irons, but that is not translating to my driver. I've had to leave it in my bag after a couple rounds. Why do you think that is?
Well, it's the longest club in the bag and it's the hardest one to hit. And, you know, the way that things have gone so far, we haven't had a lot of time to work on it either.
And you're noticing something with my right elbow. What do I need to fix there?
Well, you'd be a heck of a lawnmower because you get this move where your right elbow gets really far behind you, and that makes it very difficult for you to rotate well. So one of the things that we're really focusing on today is watching that right elbow get into a better loaded position where the club can start to release in front of your chest as opposed to trail behind you too far. That's going to make it a little more powerful, but it's also going to make it easier for you to time it up and hit that golf ball where you're looking more often than not.
Someone who doesn't have trouble with the driver is 10-year-old Alexis Card. The Cambridge, Ontario native won her division in the 2021 Drive, Chip and Putt National Finals at Augusta, the home of the Masters, in April.
It was really cool. Like when we were doing the driving, the practice round, we got to go the next day. I think it was like Rory or something. We were watching him at the driving range and I was like, that's where I hit my driver. And it was really cool to like match it up and stuff.
For Alexis, practice makes perfect.
I go to the golf course whenever I can, but then we have a setup at home that whenever I can go out there and chip and putt and just hit balls to practice.
Alexis's brother, 12-year-old Brayden, is an accomplished golfer in his own right.
We always like to have competitions and stuff, so we always try to like push each other to get better.
Speaking of competition, welcome to the first annual Global News Drive, Chip and Putt Championship. There's only 3 competitors, so I've smartly guaranteed myself a bronze medal. It's me versus the Card siblings. Long drive is up first. Technically, accuracy should count, but I have no idea where my ball is going, and Alexis would have won too easily. We're just looking for total distance. I also got twice as many chances as Alexis and Brayden. All of Alexis's drives were between 195 and 201 yards. Brayden's drives had more variance, but he topped out at 252 yards. My body almost gave up on me. Oh, my hip just popped.
Was that your
Yeah, that was my hip. You guys heard that? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get old. Just stay young.
I thought it was your shoe.
No, that was my hip. This is what you have to look forward to when you get older. But I was able to knock one out there 281 yards. That's the first time I've ever hit a ball into the 280s. Next up, chipping. The rough is thick and there's a lot of undulation in the green. Not an easy chip. I put mine to 5 feet. But Alexis was the big winner. Her chip stopped just 16 inches from the hole. The final competition is putting. So we're getting 1 shot each from 6 feet, 15 feet, and 30 feet. This is for all the marbles because what do they say? You drive for show, but you putt for dough. Brayden holed the 6-footer. Alexis put the 15-foot putt 10 inches from the hole. It came down to the final putt. I had to put it closer than 3 feet to win, and I couldn't do it. Brayden wins the putting challenge. We each won a skill, so let's call this competition a draw. Mike Arsenault, Global News.